has come to upstate New York, and we find ourselves at Bill Stadium in Orchard Park. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. A short kick taken at the 18. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
The tackle
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a handoff here to his 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Throwing on 1st down. Dawson, and it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. The running 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
brings up
the 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. Dawson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down. And again this time the tailback. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. From the gun, Dawson. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Operating from the gun, Dawson. This will be blocked just inside the 10. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal. From the gun, Dawson. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills have taken the early lead. And it's 7-0 Buffalo.
Makes the score Bills 7, Jets nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game. I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Wood. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Intercepted.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters, and this is what he's always had, and that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
On first down, Mayo, and he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening, still ended up with a solid gain.
On 3rd down, Mayo, and he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 2 on the play there, and the Bills are going to have a 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39.
Brought down at the 39.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Off the bootleg, Dawson. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
At the 17-yard.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's the end of the first quarter.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Mayo. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Ferguson. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
Different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
It's a gain of 32.
A gain of 32 that time.
New York.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
The ball carrier.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards there, first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Well, the second down throw on target. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
14.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Looking to throw. Wood. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
87.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to throw. Wood. And it's caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Touchdown.
A 14-yard touchdown. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agreed totally. Excellent bounce back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Pulls it in at the 13. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
3-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They throw again on second down. This one's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Yeah, they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. 23 yards on the play. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. No, from 13 yards out. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And the Jets have got it. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And that's not easily done. Direction at you. They try and fool you and get your eye about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Looking to throw. Wood. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Complete to number 87. It's a gain of 9.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
The 26-yard line.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On second down now, it's Clem, and they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now Wood on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Woods pass.
7 yards, the pickup there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a third down and 2.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And again this time to the tailback. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Operating from the gun. Wood eluding the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Wood going to throw again into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
To throw from his end zone, Dawson over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter, because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ferguson. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down, and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Back to throw. Dawson. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Complete from the contact. Brings up 2nd and 10.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again. Dawson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Incomplete on the deep ball. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Forced to the ground and incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
The Bills send the punter out. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and the half will begin with a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Leonard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Now they'll run it on the toss. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jets have made this a one-score game. Now Adam Gase has put a pair of fingers up in the air. His offense is going to go for 2. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit.
Jets, 14.
So just a 3-point game now as they pulls it in at the 13. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground. Mayo. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And that will be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Able to find Harris. Messy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. That one 28 yards on the ground. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And to give this time to the tailback. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line.
No gain on the play. And it's
Give it here to his running back. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. They'll try and run for it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll try to run this one into a mass of bodies, and I think they... Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead.
Kicker on for the point after.
They were able to stop him at the line on first down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the second try.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They had that lead that is now gone. It is completely gone. How does that affect the psyche? Or am I reading into that too much? They should be okay still?
No, you're not reading into it too much at all. You've got to wonder what the psyche is of the team, because once you build up a lead and things are rolling pretty well, you don't expect it to change. And for it to change this dramatically, and now they're the team doing the chasing, yeah, you want to check out where they are mentally and whether or not they have it in them to come back. We'll soon find out.
Yeah, they're on their heels a bit right now.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Dawson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
They'll run on first down. Mayo. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
On first down, Dawson. Harris has it over the middle. And he's got room. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
And that one gives them a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Bills 24, Jets 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Very short kick, taken right at the 20.
Oh, good return up past the 30.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The run. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Wood off the bootleg. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Oh, it's a wobbler here. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A gain of a yard Brings up 2nd and 9.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
I'm scared.
Off the bootleg, Dawson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Looks like they went for the combo play there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
The Bills on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Dawson is going to fire. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think a part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the bootleg. Wood. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
Complete to number 14.
A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And to give this time to the tailback. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
It'll wind up being a loss of
2nd and goal at the Bills' 6-yard line.
Toward the pylon, caught. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the 4th. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Mayo. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
4-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd.
Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense. Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Flynn, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
5. 1st down, New York.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Flynn. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production means they don't want to be in 3rd and long, and that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Flynn. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Play to the running
It's
back.
interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Jets are going to retake the lead.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready. Yes,
you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Big play coming now for the Jets as they'll set up to go for 2. They'll try and run it up the middle. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A short kick taken at the 18. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
At their own 36-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. He's back to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Ferguson. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
27, the ball.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take a knee. First down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take the knee. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Jets, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Stadium in Minneapolis. It's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Buffalo Bills.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return between the Buffalo Bills and the Minnesota Vikings. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
We saw something last week you don't see very often. Team loses, but the quarterback, the trigger man, offensive player of the week in the AFC. That's pretty impressive.
You rarely see that. Of course, don't worry, folks. He said the obligatory, I would have traded that for a victory any day of the week.
Yeah, no doubt about it, but still, he must have played awfully well to win it when his team lost.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Dawson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down and completing it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Gain of 11 on the play.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. Now you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw right there they want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do after the catch.
And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Bills are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, all right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about it.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Now, this is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And out will come the leader of this offense. And that, of course, is their signal caller.
And no excitement, unless you're on the defensive team of last week, in his numbers. Because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The quarterback sacked.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to take off with it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
At the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 14.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Definitely with some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
The tackle made at the 20.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
5 yards on the play. And it's third.
On third down, Mayo. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
To the running back.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 12 yards there and a first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and over.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And not much room to operate as they'll get this up only to about the 41.
Taken down.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bills 7, Vikings nothing.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. It's a give to Adams out of the shotgun. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 12-yard line.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
He was brought down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Here we go on 4th down. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. And it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
27-yard line.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting the lead. So you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ford. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
He's across midfield.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 41. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it. and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all win.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Touchdown, Buffalo.
A 5-yard touchdown. And the Bills have taken the lead. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. 25-yard. Minnesota now ready for their next possession, and it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
That's good for a Minnesota Vikings.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now he'll pull it down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And no, doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off down at the 2. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how his first half will come to an end. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll start with two teams who have had some memorable playoff battles in the last decade or so. New England on the road to take on Baltimore. And it's the Patriots leading that one in the second quarter. The Pats still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And at the half, they are down to the visiting New York Giants. The Giants looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. The Bears trying to hold on and claim victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again?
It's football. He finds an opening past the 40. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, if they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime, they're fortunate to retain possession.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered him for a loss of yardage.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 10 brings up third and 1.
This is third and 1. Very likely 4 down territory, even if they don't get it, though. rushed before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they run out of the shotgun with Adams. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Now for the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
10 at their own 29-yard line.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
The tackle made.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. On the crossing route, complete. That's 4th. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice burst down. Drive keeps moving.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Off the bootleg, Dawson. His throw incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Dawson. And that is incomplete.
Forced to the ground and incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They'll try and throw for it here. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Vikings take over.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll try the left side. McKee, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Adams on the draw. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now.
Taken down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scout.
Oh, deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot. Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for a 1st down. To cover the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Dawson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone, because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
So 2 1st downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
To throw on 3rd down. Dawson. Over the middle, complete. That's Harris. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. From the gun, Dawson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Able to get away.
The pass. Taken down back at the 42.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back to throw. Dawson got a man, and he hits him in stride. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Mayo. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads. Bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they can let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Bills have broken the tie.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Guys move complete over the middle. It's Fernandez. They get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now back to throw. He's hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a one-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some... underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Going to give this time to the tailback. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. On the crossing route, complete. That's Ford. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake. Dawson under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one gets hit.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I'll tell you, as a defender, you've got to make life as difficult as possible when you're trying to cover a big tight end, because you know his catch radius is huge. He's unable to pull that one in, though.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to rifle one deep left, and this is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Operating from the gun, Dawson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Complete to number 13.
A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills will extend their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now the try here for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. With his guys trailing here in the fourth, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
At the 36-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
The pass.
That catch good for only a couple. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now left side on the swing pass. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Looking deep for Adams. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 27. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on fourth. They'll keep it on the ground. Mayo. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down.
First down, Bills.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be incomplete. A physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And this is caught for the Bills. Touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bills will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
And now out comes Minnesota.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Adams. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted. Picked off at the 16. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
And to put it mildly, but look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
He's taken down at the
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. Mayo. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Bills, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.